Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are going to do something really fun. We're going to completely reverse engineer the exact workflow of a highly successful, fully monetized YouTube channel. And honestly, the craziest part about this, every single piece of content on the channel is generated using artificial intelligence, and the entire tool stack we're going to look at today is 100% free, literally not a single penny spent. So if you've ever wondered how creators are actually turning AI into this sustainable, profitable storytelling machine without paying for, a dozen premium subscriptions, you're absolutely going to want to pay close attention to this breakdown.
Okay, let's dive into this by addressing the elephant in the room. There's this persistent myth out there that AI-generated channels automatically get demonetized or shadow banned by the algorithm. But the actual data, it tells a totally different story. We're looking at a reference channel that pulled in roughly 1.5 lakh rupees. To put that into perspective, that's about $1,800 in a single month, backed by over 10 million views. So there's no way around it. This isn't just theoretical. This is a proven, working model. And today, we are going to see exactly how they pull it off.
So here is our roadmap for the explainer. We'll be looking at 1. AI channels, the proof. 2. Generating the perfect script. 3. Creating human-like voices. 4. Designing consistent AI characters. 5. Animating images into video. And finally, 6. The final AI masterpiece.
All right, let's jump right into part 1, AI channels, the proof.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer potential of the faceless creator economy. The case study channel we analyzed is called Piku Ki Duniya. Now get this, with fewer than 50 videos published, just 44 to be exact, they've already amassed nearly 30,000 subscribers and consistently hit around 4 to 5 million views every single month. This kind of explosive growth was achieved entirely without the creator ever showing their face on camera or even speaking a single word into a microphone. It's a completely AI-generated operation from top to bottom, focusing entirely on long-form storytelling. Before we really get into the weeds here, let's just ground ourselves and look at the actual tech stack we uncovered from the source material, because I want to assure you, you do not need expensive monthly subscriptions for this. For the script, we're using ChatGPT. For the voiceover, we rely on Google AI Studio and Inworld AI. Then, for generating our images, we use a really powerful free tool called Visk AI. And finally, for the actual animation, we'll leverage Meta AI and Krea AI. This right here is the exact blueprint we're going to follow.
Moving on to step 2, generating the perfect script.
So this entire workflow relies on a super smart content strategy. The creator isn't just sitting there staring at a blank page waiting for inspiration to strike. Instead, they find long-form documentary or storytelling videos that have already gone viral in their specific niche. They just copy the link, run it through a free online YouTube transcript extractor, and paste that raw text right into ChatGPT. Then they use a very specific prompt, something like write a 2-minute Hindi storytelling script, documentary style, keep it simple and original, but follow the exact same structural flow as the text provided. It's basically taking a proven, viral framework and painting a brand new, unique story right over it.
Through this process, ChatGPT generated an incredibly gripping script for our case study. It follows a girl named Gauri. She's a simple village girl whose family is literally starving because they've run out of gas for cooking. The emotional hook of the generated script starts with the child's cry, "Ma, bhook lagi hai," which translates to, "Mother, I am hungry." Gauri eventually saves the day by building a biogas stove using cow dung, which ends up winning over her really harsh mother-in-law. It's dramatic, it's culturally resonant, and it absolutely proves that AI, when you prompt it correctly, can write narratives with a very real, very human emotional through line.
Next up, section 3, creating human-like voices.
Now, a lot of creators hit a total brick wall right here, because top-tier voice generators like 11 Labs have pretty restrictive paywalls. But our source reveals a really clever workaround. You can use Google AI Studio, which has a fantastic widely used free voice model called Enceladus. Or, alternatively, you can use Inworld AI, which actually utilizes 11 Labs' backend technology completely for free. By simply pasting your ChatGPT script into these platforms and just slightly tweaking the temperature and talking speed settings, you get this incredibly natural emotional delivery that perfectly fits that documentary style.
All right, section 4, designing consistent AI characters. So the crucial point is coming up right here. Because, look, if you just go and ask an AI image generator for a village girl, scene by scene, you're going to get a totally different face every single time, and that completely ruins the viewer's immersion, right? The master creator hack here actually happens back in ChatGPT. Before generating any scenes at all, the creator asks ChatGPT to generate highly specific character prompts for the entire cast, Gauri, her husband, the mother-in-law. These text profiles define their exact facial features, their age, their clothing, down to the details. You essentially lock the character design in text first before you ever try to generate a single image. Once you have those bulletproof character profiles, you head over to Viskai AI. You generate the initial character image, and here is where the absolute magic happens. You upload that image right back into Viskai AI and set it as a subject. This essentially tells the AI, hey, whenever I ask for Gari in a new prompt, you make sure she looks exactly like this subject. Using this totally free tool, the creator meticulously goes line by line through the 21 unique scenes of the script, generating these beautiful wide 16:9 ratio images, knowing for a fact the faces will remain perfectly consistent. And they don't just do this for the faces, they do it for the environments too. In the story, there are multiple scenes that take place in a cold, empty kitchen. To prevent the kitchen from magically changing shape from shot to shot, the creator generates the kitchen background once, downloads it, and then uploads it back into Viskai AI as an image reference. So, when they prompt the AI to place Gari in the kitchen, the tool just merges the consistent character subject with the consistent background reference. It is such a brilliant free way to maintain perfect visual continuity.
Which brings us to Section 5. Animating images into video.
Take a second to really think about this. Animation is usually the ultimate bottleneck for creators. It's where rendering software costs thousands, or where AI video generators start charging really heavy monthly fees. So how exactly does a free, faceless channel overcome this massive paywall?
Well, the answer lies in two completely free engines, Meta AI and Kria AI. By simply logging in with the standard everyday Facebook account, Meta AI grants you access to unlimited image-to-video generation. Unlimited. And as a backup, Kria AI allows up to 10 free video generations per day per email. This completely obliterates the financial barrier to high-quality AI animation.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our final product, because the process is shockingly fast. You take the consistent scene you generated in Viskai AI, let's say the mother-in-law scolding Gowri, and upload it directly to Meta AI. Remember earlier when ChatGPT gave us the script? It also provided a video prompt for each line describing the motion. You just paste that exact motion prompt into Meta AI, hit the instant generation button, and literally, within 10 to 40 seconds, your static image is rendered into a high-quality, moving video clip that's ready for download.
And finally, Section 6, the final AI masterpiece. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is realizing that all these completely separate, completely free tools successfully merge together to create something that feels profoundly human. Gari's story, the visual of the cold stove, the triumph of those blue biogas flames, and the emotional resolution of the mother-in-law's acceptance, it all plays out seamlessly. The viewer watching on YouTube, they don't see ChatGPT or Viskai AI or Meta AI. They just see a cohesive, emotionally resonant story that keeps them watching, keeps them subscribing, and ultimately drives millions of monetizable views. We've essentially lifted the hood and shown you exactly how the engine works. You now have the exact workflow, the exact free tools, and the proven strategies to bypass those pesky paywalls and consistency issues. The barriers to entry have literally never been lower. So the only question left for you is, with this entire free AI blueprint reverse engineered and in your hands, what story are you going to generate first? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.